Okay, and good afternoon and welcome to London Waterloo. And so you join me on another trip today, and I'm actually off on a work trip to Leeds. So we're going to be travelling on LNER from King's Cross all the way up to Leeds station. I've travelled LNER before in first class, but today's only going to be in standard because company policy dictates that we travel in standard class on shorter train journeys. So yeah, we're going to go and head over to King's Cross in a moment. I'm just going to go to Starbucks first because I really need a coffee. And little tip for you, if you are a member of Starbucks Rewards, you cannot redeem your rewards in the Starbucks in London by the looks of it, because a lot of them don't seem to let you, certainly in Waterloo anyway, because they charge London price, they don't seem to let you redeem them there. So yeah, £4 for a cup of coffee, but it is needed. So yeah, so I'm going to go do that first. I'm just going to go grab some lunch somewhere, and then we'll head over to King's Cross and get on our train at 2:30. Obviously, there's a couple of possibilities. It could be one of the intercity trains, it could be one of the Azumas. We'll just see what we get, and yeah, I'll see you in King's Cross a little bit later. The journey across London between Waterloo and King's Cross is pretty straightforward across the tube. Because I had a through ticket from my origin to destination, I could just use my normal train ticket to get through, and it was pretty seamless, as you can see. Okay, so King's Cross, it is one of the main London terminus stations, so yeah, it's got quite great importance, and as you can see, it's fairly modern, open and airy inside, so quite a pleasant space to spend a few hours, I would say. It was actually quite busy when I was there, and as you can actually notice, there is an attraction, the Harry Potter shop at platform 9 3/4, that did draw quite a lot of visitors there, by the way. Ah, I finally have a use for the airline-provided sanitising wipes. So yeah, so here I just sat down, I was just doing a little bit of work and joined a meeting I needed to join, but got on now. So I've got about another 20 minutes before my train departs, and yeah, very interesting. There's a Harry Potter shop there that seems to draw quite a lot of attention, so there's a little landmark you can go and see in King's Cross if you really want to. But yeah, I'm not really into Harry Potter too much, so it's less of an interest to me. But yeah, something to know about. So yeah, so I'll go and have a look at the platform in a moment, see where we need to go, and we'll look at boarding the train. I'm sure I'm going to do that shortly. And yeah, I should have a table seat, hopefully. Right, so we're on the 14:33 service to Leeds. It does take a little bit of a while for the platforms to show up. They normally show up about 15 minutes before departure, but that is for good reason, in the sense that they do actually clean the trains here. They do make quite an effort in doing that, and it wasn't too long to wait before we were directed to platform 6. So yeah, we're getting on one of the Azuma trains today, which is one of the sort of newer high-speed Hitachi stock, or Class 801s as you may know them, though LNER does also operate the Intercity 225 fleet on the Leeds route as well. But for today, it's the Azuma, so let's go. Now, this might be a personal opinion, but I actually think the LNER trains look really stylish. I love the way the Azuma sort of slogan's written on the side of them. I think that's pretty cool. There is a little bit of a walk up the platform, as these Class 801s are a little bit long. They are 9 coaches long, but we are in coach G today for our journey up to Leeds. And through the automatic doors, and yeah, there is a luggage rack here, so ample space to put your suitcases on there. As you see, I've got my small overnight bag in there, and yeah, over to the seat we go, which is going to be seat 41, It is one of the table seats in the coach, and yeah, as you can see, looks very nice. Right, so a quick look around at the seats. So yeah, you get an armrest on them, which is generally to be expected nowadays. And if you have a look below, we have 2 power sockets. And if you look on the other side, there is also 2 power sockets as well, which again is pretty much to be expected nowadays. It's a very important feature if you are travelling on business. Window blind, and also you've got the coat hooks on the side of the chairs, which I didn't see anybody use, but they are there. With that in mind, it was an on-time departure from London, and yeah, the weather's sunny, and yeah, we're on the way to Leeds. The Azuma fleet can travel at a top speed of 125 miles per hour, so we're pretty much hitting that here, so that's always good to know that we're going at top speed. Train toilet, this isn't bad, because most other, I suppose with these new Azuma trains, they're probably still quite fresh and clean inside. They have been served for a couple of years now, but still pretty nice. I'm actually quite impressed with how clean it all is. So yeah, it all seems to work. Dryer works, soap works, water works. So that's a thumbs up from me. So a small observation, but I do much prefer the automatic doors. Yeah, having to press a button on them, it just seems a bit last century nowadays. So top marks there to Hitachi and LNER. Right, and with me being back at my seat, I decided it was time for a coffee. And yeah, so LNER does have a sort of mobile site where you can order your beverages. It's a little bit clunky, but it didn't take too long to sort out, and yeah, the coffee was reasonably priced as well. So yeah, you get your sort of snacks served in a little bag like this. So once you've paid, they normally come around within about 5 minutes, and they bring you coffee. And as you can see, I've got the coffee there, and some shortbread biscuits. Bit of a sugar crush, but I needed that. And with the lid flipped open and clicked, I decided it was time to try the coffee, and yeah, it was actually pretty good. I think it was much better value actually than my trip to Starbucks that afternoon had been. And about an hour later, we're on approach to Leeds, and I have to say, this journey's absolutely flown by. I mean, 2.5 hours is pretty good going compared to the time it takes to go by road, and we all know how congested the A1 can get. So yeah, the train's definitely the way to go here. Yep, and a very warm welcome to Leeds. So yeah, pretty pleasant journey overall. Only took a couple of hours, about 2.5 hours probably. And yeah, the train experience was nice. The staff were good. Coffee was good. Yeah, can't complain really. Really enjoyed the journey, and the scenery was good as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.